So here is my new or revisit or revamp Fubar 130. I put 3530s on them, and it makes so much, such a difference between that and the 3030 Tri. I mean, the sound and the quickness and the speed is just a lot more. The motor just go a little, it's a little hotter. I might have to tune the D a little bit down, but it's totally flyable. And here it is on 3S. Even on 3S, this thing is very agile and very quick. Again, here's 3S 850 test flight. Here's a quick punch out. Again, this is 3S 850 Nanotech 45 feet, and I get about 4 minutes. And if I fly really hard, like throttle all the time, pretty much, I get about 3 to 4 minutes. If I take it slow, hover, I think I test on hover. It's about, I can probably get like 6 to 8 minutes on just hover. On this particular frame, to get it, the clearance to run 3.5-inch props, I had to either, you need to use like a 2020 flight controller, or when you stack up the flight controller and your ESC, it has to be pretty short. As you can see, otherwise it won't clear. I had to do some modifications to the board and flatten as much as I can so that it has enough clearance for the prop to spin on top. I was thinking of using spacers on the 1407, but I didn't want to try that unless I had to. It just adds more weight to it, and I want to keep it as light as possible. Okay, so and then I did have when I initially built this, it was okay. It was nowhere flying like this, I can tell you. And I was using a FreeSky DIY, not a DIY, but one of those micro receivers from Banggood, and it's even with firmware update from one of the threads, I wasn't able to get it to solve an issues where when I full throttle, when I punch it to like 100% and do very quick yaw movement, I get like a fail-safe or a receiver brownout. No, it's got to be the receiver because I have this same receiver on another quad with different components that doing the exact same thing. So I upgraded or I tried to reflash the firmware with a different firmware. Um, you know, I love using it because it's light, S-Bus or PPM, and telemetry. Unfortunately, I can't. For some reason, it won't. It has that problem. So I stopped using it and I switch over to. Right now, I'm using a Spectrum satellite on it, and no issues. I mean, I can go as far as I want. I do have Tyrannus with Spectrum module in it with a little modification for the range. Um, so I mean, I can go as pretty much as far as I can see, and we'll have no issues. I have no issues, um, and I put probably at least 20 packs already between 3S and 4S on this, and no issues with the receiver. So it's 99.9% that there's something in either in the firmware or with that or the receiver. And it's not that it's out of range because on the other quad I'm only maybe a couple say 20 feet away, and if I'm doing that kind of movement, it does exactly the same thing, and it's intermittent. It comes and goes. So it's kind of hard to duplicate it, to narrow it down. Um, and I took the other quad apart. Like I said, I flashed it with a different one firmware, and unfortunately, it's doing the same thing when I test it at my house. And props are broken, so I can't really use it right now. I'm waiting for new props to come in, and that's on the Edge 100. Alright, I'm gonna put in the 4S pack, and we'll see how this thing handles.